I'm Brett Wilburn, sports editor of the Paris News. This is Adam Wadsworth, sports reporter, and we're here on week 10 of the RRV countdown to kickoff, and this is the last week of the regular season, and there's quite a few good games on tap here. So, I mean, let's jump right in. You got North Lamar traveling to Texarkana to take on the Pleasant Grove Hawks, and what's your take on that?
I think usually this would be a great game for North Lamar, but because of what happened at the end of last week's game with Dakota Bowles getting hurt, I'm not sure how the Panthers are going to be able to do with this.
And how did he get hurt? What happened?
Very end of the game, he was in on a play and just got his hand injured. And from talking to Coach Felty, he's going to see an orthopedist. They're going to put him in a cast and see how he's feeling, but Felty says he's questionable for a start on Friday. So depending on that, that plays a lot into how they're going to do. So because of him being injured, I took Pleasant Grove this week.
Yeah, I also took Pleasant Grove. I've seen them play against Paris, and they're a pretty good squad, and that's for second place in that district. But regardless, North Lamar won the postseason as the Division I representative from District 15-3A. So, you know, it's a pride game. North Lamar still wants to win. And then the other team across town, the Paris Wildcats, they're staying at home this week to take on Atlanta in the last game of the season for both of those teams. And Paris will be trying to get a win on senior night, and I think they'll get it. I picked the Wildcats to take it. I don't know about you.
I also took Paris. I've seen Atlanta play already this season against North Lamar, and despite the issues Paris has had already this year, I think their offense can be more than capable of handling Atlanta's defense.
And then in 2A action, we've got the Prairie Line Patriots making the trip to face state-ranked Dangerfield. Always a tough game. I mean, they've got several collegiate recruits, and it's just a tough game for them, and it's a must-win if they're going to make the playoffs. If they don't, they're out. I'm taking Dangerfield because it's hard to go against them. I mean, they're a powerhouse, and it's tough.
Yeah, I agree with that. But Prairie Line's a good squad, but Dangerfield's on another level for almost anybody in 2A.
Yeah, the loss to Redwater last week just killed the Patriots. I mean, their failed two-point conversion sealed the deal pretty much for their season. So, I mean, staying at home this week are the Chisholm Mustangs, who are looking for their first win of the season, or district season rather. Yeah. And they'll be trying to get it on senior night as well. Yeah,
they're facing Como Picton at Chisholm, and that should be a good game for them. Como's had some struggles this year on offense and defense, so the Mustangs should be able to get some stuff going for them and get their first district win.
Yeah, I took the Mustangs as well. And then in other District 7-2A action, we've got Cooper hosting Rivercrest in a game for second and third place to decide some playoff seedings there.
That's a big one. And the big thing, I mean, second place, third place in district, like you said, for North Lamar, it's just a pride thing. But the big thing for them in 2A is that the winner gets to play a 4 and 5 team in Harleton, whereas the loser has to play either Linden Kildare or Hugh Springs. Both of them are 8 and 1, and significantly better teams, making that first playoff one a lot more difficult. And then dropping down to single A, we've got
prediction-wise on that game, on the Cooper Rivercrest game, I took Cooper. I'm not sure what you took.
I took Cooper as well too.
All right.
But dropping down to that 1A, we've got Honey Grove at Blue Ridge in kind of a similar situation. Both 3 and 1 in their district, and they're both looking for that second place win behind Paul Hewitt. And I think I took Honey Grove. Just their offense has been really hard to stop this year.
Yeah.
And Blue Ridge is a good team. They've played most of their games with defense. That's how they've won. But I just don't see them stopping that Honey Grove offense.
Yeah, I'll take Honey Grove to bounce back after their game against Clarksville last week as well. And then moving on to Clarksville, they're hosting Celeste this week in a game that last I heard had a 52-point spread in favor of Clarksville. So I'll take the Tigers in a runaway there.
Yeah, Celeste has not had the best year. They've had blown-up games by Honey Grove and a bunch of other people in that district, so you can't not take the Clarksville Tigers in this game.
Yeah, and then in 1A Division II action, we've got Detroit hosting Cumbie in their senior night, where Detroit's trying to clinch their first playoff berth since, I believe, 1999. So it'll be a big game there in Detroit, and I took the Eagles to win this one. I think they'll take it at home and close out the regular season with a win and get ready for the playoffs next week.
Yeah, I also took Detroit. Cumbie's only had the one win this season, and so I don't see them getting another one against Detroit this weekend. And moving up to Oklahoma for our final game, Hugo's had a tough season this year. They're 0-9 right now, haven't won a game. If they're going to win one, tonight's the night. Ida Bell is only 1-6 in district. They had the win over Eufaula last week. Eufaula beat Hugo. I'm taking Ida Bell. But if the Buffaloes are going to win a game, it's going to be this week.
Yeah, and I took Ida Bell as well. But, you know, good luck to the Buffaloes as they go out there and try to end their season with a win. You know, it's hard to finish winless in any season, and it's hard given their young team and everything they've had going over there. So you want to wish them the best, and that's about it that we've got for this Week 10 edition. Join us next week for the playoff edition. Week 1 of the postseason begins, and we'll have that covered. And as always, check out Sunday's edition of the Paris News, and check us out throughout the week.
And make sure to follow us on Twitter at TPN_sports. And we'll be updating live from at least the Paris North Lamar game and trying to work those scores in from all the other games as well.
And we'll have all the Friday night scores posted on the website at theparisnews.com, hopefully by around 11 o'clock. So check back there for all the Friday night scores, and that's all we've got. Join us next week for more.